All right. Hello. Good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today, oh my goodness, we have a day in the markets. We have SPX or SPY, the S&P 500 down about 2.63%. We have other Yieldmax ETFs like YMAX, pretty much the staple of our portfolio, down as much as 6% on today, but finishing and closing today at negative 5.25%. So what I want to talk about is I want to talk about some of the biggest Yieldmax ETFs that were hit today. I also want to talk about what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, as I do want to buy SPXL. I did make a buy, so I want to touch on that too. I also want to touch on the pain we're feeling in our portfolios currently. What's the plan going forward? Because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And then I also want to talk about what is going on with this trade war, because the US tariffs, US Canada tariffs are playing a significant factor in the market, creating a lot of uncertainty. And so I just want to kind of touch on that a little bit there and what I see for the foreseeable future. So if that does sound good, we're currently up to 7,643 subscribers, up to 208 subscribers the past 28 days. So if you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe. And if you're new, we're Honorable Investing. Enjoy our content. We make videos on high yielding ETFs such as YMAX, and then as well we're looking to potentially leverage our money with SPXL. So what do we want to talk about today? Of course, the mayhem in the markets. SPY down to $560. We haven't seen levels like this in a long time, roughly about 6 months ago, as the markets were appreciating. But you could see here, this is one of the biggest downturns we've had in the past little while. Even going back to July and August where we had a downturn, this has been the hardest hit and the most straight down downturn that we've had since then. And of course, it's hit our Yieldmax ETFs very hard. Just to kind of go over some of the big losses today, as mentioned, YMAX down about 5.25%. YMAX has repeatedly gotten hit. And what I did do was I did actually reinvest here. If you see, about 15 shares at a average share price of $13.88. So we are actually down on that little position right there. But kind of moving forward here, we have Bitcoin down about 5% today. It's down to about $115,000 Canadian or so. So you can see Bitcoin is currently trending down, and that plays into facts like Mara, which hold Bitcoin, Mara Holdings, and Mine Bitcoin down 16.29%. Why am I mentioning that? Is because Maro is a Yieldmax ETF. We also have MSTR. MSTR down about 17%, and I currently hold MSTR in my portfolio. So if we go here, I hold MSTY, and I am down about 36% on that position. Definitely not one that I am currently proud of. Look at that, 27 shares, average share price is $28.96, but I'm not buying more. The reason being is because I still see a lot more downside in Bitcoin, and I still see more downside in the market. Now, moving on, our last Yieldmax ETF that I want to touch on, or underlying stock, is Coin. Coin down 17.58%. So that Coin is the biggest loser today that I could find on the Yieldmax ETFs. Also, you know what, to kind of touch on Tesla a little bit too, down 15%. Tesla, huge down in the past 6 months, or roughly 3 months, we'll say, down from $500, over 50%. So clearly, big hitters to YMAX and big hitters to the overall market. And why does this come? This comes off of the US Canada tariffs likely being the trade war. So once again, you guys are probably not new to the news that's happening around tariffs. Donald Trump put tariffs on Canada and China and Mexico. And of course, this is having ripple effects around the market. And since then, we've only seen the market tank in the past month, going down about 7.25%. And just today alone, Ontario province in Canada imposed a 25% surcharge on electricity exports to the US. Basically meaning if you live in New York State, Michigan, Minnesota, your electricity bill is likely to go up about 25%. So this trade war is not only begun, but it is escalating currently, which only means further repercussions likely for the market. That's why I'm not investing heavily at the current moment. The other position that I did buy, SPXL, I bought 3 more shares today at an average share price of $138, and $138.84. We're currently up a little bit on that position. I bought that using margin, but I will likely look to add more cash in the portfolio. And to touch on the portfolio, look at this, down 6.3% today, over $3,000 down. And my total price profit and loss now down 5% in my portfolio. This is what a bear market looks like. Of course, we're not necessarily in a crash, but the market is certainly looking like we are headed for a market crash, whether it be 20% or more. So our portfolio is definitely in for a good check in the near future. What are we doing? We are definitely stockpiling cash at the current moment. I know right now all you see is the news. And if you go on YouTube, like my channel as well, like Honorable Investing, you go on YouTube, all you're going to see is the market crash, and you're going to see videos which glorify the downside and show the mayhem. But let me be the first to tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel if you prepare yourself. A crash can be the best opportunity. And in my opinion, I would say try to avoid a lot of the videos which emphasize a crash. There's no reason to sell your investments. You should be confident in what you buy. I'm confident in YMAX. It holds a bunch of amazing underlying companies, which I don't think Tesla's going anywhere. They had great earnings. I don't think MicroStrategies is going anywhere. Even Mara Holdings, I don't think is going anywhere. Coinbase, I don't think is going anywhere. I only see these as attractive buys. But I'm not going all in just yet because I do see more repercussions. As well, I'm pretty sure a lot of US tariffs are going into effect April 2nd. So the start of April is really when I might look to hammer down on some investments if there are major drops within the market. But nonetheless, if I see a huge drop like 10% in SPXL, I'm likely going to be buying on that day, which is what I did. That's why I bought 3 shares today. So in return, you got to have cash. You got to have a positive outlook on the market. Understand that there is going to be a lot of negative sentiment around the market. There's going to be a lot of words and videos and things thrown at you, but remember to stay calm, be confident in what you invested in, and look to prosper and build your portfolios for the future. Now is the time to definitely put cash and build. It's not the time to shy away. So be careful and let's definitely make some money together. And if that does sound good, we're currently up to 7,643 subscribers. Do me a solid, do yourself a solid, subscribe and join our page. Anything that you guys can relay back to me only helps me further as I show you guys my progress. I want to show and hear as well from you. So if that does sound good, you guys know what to do. Please do take care till next time, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.